Tell me how poetry came from a jar of spit
In what?
in Norse mythology.
So, so it's not. So, here, go over here. It's not a jar of spit. So in Norse myth, you have Odin. They just fought a war against the Vanir, who is another tribe. So you have like the Aesir who live up top here. You have the Vanir who live on Yggdrasil just over here. They fought a war. Unclear why, but they killed Mimir during it. Decision. After they kill Mimir, they resurrect his head. They have a meeting. That's Freya and Frey come to live with the gods. During that conversation, they all spit into a vat, which is how it works, and they summon Kvasir, who is the god of knowledge. Now, the god of knowledge, right? He is the wisest of the gods, not to be confused like Odin, who is a wise god, or Mimir, who's like the god of the well. He is the wisest of all gods. Hello, he is the wisest of all gods, and what he does is he answers their questions all night, then says, "Well, I have to go. I'll be back about a net," which is confusing, but it has to do with the end of the world Ragnarok story. Regardless, he meets up with two dark elves who immediately murder him and turn his blood into the mead of poets, which is mead that makes you a really good poet. Surprisingly, hi. What do you want? What do you want? Okay, bye. And this mead, after they murder him, they try to kill a bunch of giants. They kill two giants, and their son avenges them. His name is Suttung, and Suttung takes the mead into a vat, leaves it inside of his house. Odin gets wind of it through Hugin and Munin, who are his two ravens, their thought and memory. He also has two wolves, Freki and Gary. Gary is one of his wolves, which is awesome. So he goes to the thing. He meets up with like his brother, who has a bunch of servants working for him. He tricks them with a scythe. He throws like a whetstone in the air. They catch it. They're holding their scythes. They cut each other's necks. He goes, "Oh, I'm a really good worker." He's going by Bulwarker at this time period, which means like worker of like ill omen. And while he's doing this, he has the plan to get the meat. Now, this giant, they go to Suttung, which is the guy's brother. Suttung says no. They try to break in. The giant betrays Odin. Odin transforms into a snake, breaks into the mountain, gets to the bottom of it, and there's a woman down there. It's Suttung's daughter, named is Gunglaud. So Odin appears as a giant. He cries to her a whole bunch. He seduces her through a whole bunch of things. Said, "Oh, if I could write a poem about you, it would be great. But oh, I don't want that." And then she's like, "Well, what if you drank from the mead?" And he's like, "That's a great idea. I never thought about drinking from the mead." So he drinks from the mead of poets, and he goes, "You can have the tiniest sip." So he downs the three entire canisters, like the size of like a room each, in 3 gulps. She can't act on it. He's holding it into his mouth. He bolts. She screams. His father gets involved. Father transforms into an eagle. So the only rational thing for Odin to do is also transform into an eagle, not another bird of prey. Has to be an eagle. And they're fighting this guy. And he calls Asgard and he goes, "Hey, Asgard, get 3 vats ready for the meat of poets." And they do get the 3 vats. Boom, boom, boom. And they fly off and chasing each other. And Suttung's right in the guy's tail. He's about to bite Odin in his tail feathers. And Odin decides to poop in his face by spitting out all the bad mead. It goes into his eyes, and Suttung goes flying out of control, crashes to the ground. And Odin then spits into 3 vats, and now the gods have the mead of poets. And it's said that if you are a good poet or a good writer, you drank from the mead of poetry. But if you suck at writing, you drink the crap mead that literally came out Odin's butt, and that's why people pretend they're good poets and not. And then afterwards, the giants also have a situation where they kill the eagle, and then one of them tries to marry Balder, but marries Bragi instead. That's weird and unrelated. But there you go. Yeah, that's why spit is poetry in Norse mythology. The answer.